Hello, everyone. And another one. I don't know. I should probably stop with these high-frequency updates, but plenty of things has changed today, just a couple of hours ago, in terms of our positioning. So I thought I'd update you. The idea being, first of all, just look at the UUN. Just yesterday, I wrote long UUN and uranium equities and a question mark. Because yesterday, on this day, it signaled a potential creation of a weekly high-low. I absolutely love the fact that uranium is generally not correlated to anything, almost. Maybe to the dollar, slightly. So it's just a nice uncorrelated position to have in your portfolio anyway. And even if we missed this, I had too much on the plate in the first half of this session, in the morning session, and I completely missed it and just opened it maybe an hour ago. We still put on a small position on UUN, just 1/3 of the desired size we put on just an hour ago, because it is a very strong signal. The fundamentals, everybody knows about the fundamentals. We've been talking about uranium for years already, and it is unfolding. It is not as fancy as Google, Meta, Microsoft, Tesla, and everything else. It's not in news, but uranium is uranium. So, long uranium. We put on a small position now. If it continues to work, we're going to add more. We believe, in terms of the cycles, it has nowhere near, it's not nowhere near the top. So, there are plenty of room to go to the upside, maybe 37, maybe 47 even. So that's a good thing to have on your plate. Let's go. Uranium is uranium. We shall see. Just put obviously preferable if you would have put this on yesterday. This would have been amazing. I mean, this would have been spot on. But even if you miss it, don't be discouraged. Just step in slowly. If it continues to work, you step in even more. The rule in this game, if something works, it will probably continue to work better and better until it doesn't. Yeah, we know that. So this uranium, obviously there is a CCG exposure, one of our favorite stocks, uranium stocks. I really like it as well. It just created a weekly high-low on the trending basis as well, and we're going to wait with CCG, honestly. We're going to wait with CCG and CEG. All of these my favorites, NXE, UEC as well, I'm sorry. All of them signaling high lows. And maybe I should initiate a small position in UEC. Well, these are the four names that we like the most, and probably going to initiate a small position in them as well. Let me write this down. This is good. The next point I wanted to make is, BTC, as I said, the probability of a blow-off top here is very high. We shall see what will happen there. Dixie, as I just outlined a couple of hours ago, completely not noise. So far, nothing to be gained from this price action, but as I said in the morning, that we're going to be putting on and adding to our CNH position. As you can see, when Dixie consolidates, even if Dixie grinds higher just a little bit, CNH is so weak that it just moves higher, grinds higher even more and more, creates higher lows on a trading basis. This is what you want to see. We added to our position. Our average is right now 717, with the stop below 716, but we're going to be holding it through today's Asian session into tomorrow, and we're going to decide tomorrow at the close whether we want to hold it into the CPI or not. We shall see. We don't know that yet, but nice position. We're sitting in it. Let's see what happens on Wednesday and on Thursday. USD-JPY, first signs of a potential creation of a daily high-low from USD-JPY, which is positive, which is implying a potential hawkish CPI print. Once again, every decision will have to be made on tomorrow at the close. This is the USD-CNH, a very nice balancing position to the core equity portfolio. US oil, I don't have anything to say on oil right now, just that at the open we missed as well the high frequency sell signal on XOM, XLE, OAH, all of the oil complex. High frequency meaning, what do I mean by high frequency? Selling 15 to 20 day calls on these names, and if you would have sold them, you probably would be up at least 30 to 35, 40%. So yeah, definitely not the place to be selling anything in oil right now. Meaning on a short-term basis, on a very short-term basis. That's yuan. That's gold. No discernible signal in gold as of this moment. Once again, everything just waits till Thursday. We're just preparing for Thursday. Next is rates. Same thing. Consolidation. Nothingness. We're still holding this. So for shorts right here, complete nothingness. Rates in Europe, though, implying potential creation of a higher low on a trade basis. All of them, by the way. So this is hawkish. This is a hawkish signal. Rate complex leaning hawkish. HYG is HYG, also implying creation of a lower high right here. But the interesting thing is, even with this hawkish signaling from rates, from the dollar, with this grind higher, intraday grind higher on the dollar, stocks, especially the stocks that we like, they do not care at all. Absolutely nothing. No reaction. Google, for example, we'll just put on Google, add it to the Google position, just ripping higher. There is not much correlation in between Dixie and TAC on the intraday basis anyway, on a trending basis, obviously. But this noise, this is the prime example of what I wanted to say, what I've been saying actually for the couple of weeks, that even if rates remain in consolidation, dollar remain in consolidation, nothingness, complete nothingness, noise throughout the week, stocks, what the stocks will do? They're going to rise. They're going to rise. The probability is they're going to rise and grind higher, especially if you pick the stocks correctly. That is one thing. That's one point to make. The other point to make is CPI. I'm sorry. If the CPI is a nothing burger and we're not getting anything, we're not getting meaningful dislocations in rate complex and equity and currency space. Brilliant, absolutely beautiful stuff for Google, for everything, for every equity long that we have is going to rip higher anyway. The next big event, as we've been highlighting, is QRA composition report, TBAC report on the 31st of this month, and then we start getting the, what is it? I'm sorry, I'm just too concentrated on Google now. Earnings start coming in. This month into the February, we getting the earnings season. The expectations are very low. Well, not very low, but they are low compared to what we had previous earnings season and the season before that. So it's not going to take much to beat the expectations, and this is very interesting. Google, yes. What? Let's go through a couple of names. Apple, once again, Apple to Berkshire. Beautiful. Apple is beautiful. Apple is one of the balancing short that we have currently. Points, trade negative, trend negative. Everything is negative. The higher it goes, the better. Beautiful. Just let it grind higher, let it grind into 188, 190. We get a pound Apple even harder in that region. We're gonna add to our short position in that region. Depending once again what will happen in CPI and everything else. But this is a small position. We are currently net long in our portfolio. We have things like Apple, and one thing that we found is this beautiful, absolutely beautiful balancing short. I'll show you this. Amazon, not Amazon. Just today, we added to our Nvidia long position. This is what happens. The thing with Nvidia, it has a very hard comps in the second and the third quarter and the fourth quarter of this year. These comps for this year, this quarter should be brilliant, beautiful. Nvidia is ripping, and this is a monumental signal. we've said this a week ago, and well, so far it has been unfolding. No reason to stand in front of it. Just get in, ride it higher. We have 140, 150 February 16th or March 15th bull call spreads. And we add into our spot positions on Nvidia. Let's see what happens here. The next thing, AMD holding up beautifully. Marvel is another beauty. The thing with Marvel is, let me delete this. We have May calls. That's 130 days out. That is a very low convexity, I'd say. We have to add to our spot position on Marvel. The only thing that I see, is adding to the spot position. Maybe adding more spreads or spot position to the spot position. This is what we're trying to do. This is what we're thinking of doing. We still have a lot on our plate anyway, and we already net long. So we are just observing. If we're gonna get a retracement, maybe we'll add on that retracement into Marvel. The other thing, this balancing short. The thing we added just today, we added Google spot and calls. 140 February 16th calls. Earnings are on 1st of February. If CPI is a nothing burger, if CPI surprises to the downside just a little bit, comes in lower than expectations. Google has just created a weekly higher low on a trending basis into the tail resistance which we've been trying to break out of. It is essentially, it's the same signal that we received on Nvidia, which made us go long Nvidia on this day. Right now, the same thing we are getting as Google. Google numbers look great. If you listen to Hajai and Andrew, the analyst that follows Google, he says that looks promising, looks very promising. Plus the signal, plus the beta, plus our overall long equity call that we've been making for a couple of weeks now. Everything points to Google outperforming right here. Outperforming meaning 150. Well, the thing is, Google is the lagging of all of Mag 7 right now. And to make a leap into 150 looks like absolute nothingness for Google. I do remember vividly this earnings report, which we went long of, expecting the same thing to happen right here. It didn't materialize. The numbers on the cloud part of the business came in lower than expected, and it just completely annihilated itself. But you see the flows. With this move lower, and during the... Please, can you put this on? Yeah? Yeah, you can. During very, very negative point in time, Google retraced, put itself together, and we think it's prime time for Google to perform, meaning to expand on a trending basis, because if earnings comes in line, I believe Google should perform very nicely. Google squarely short Apple against Google, short Apple against Microsoft. Microsoft is a monster in and of itself. That's not surprise to anybody. Gotta do something with Microsoft. I gotta do something with. We have so much positions now that we're looking for the most asymmetric bets, and I have to write this down anyway. MSFT. Have to look into how we can possibly play this one. Meta looks also incredible. Meta is the other thing that has the strongest signal strength. Not as strong as Google, and this is it. This is the highlight of this video, is Tesla. The thing with Tesla here is we coming in to the previous trend support right here. This whole area is a big level of interest, out of which we bounced and, well, underperformed the whole market. Tesla couldn't hold up. The numbers are horrendous. The business is horrendous in and of itself. The question is timing. And right now, with this bullish market, with this bullish price action, with yesterday's incredibly bullish price action, meaning Tesla does not respond to beta at all. It responds on the downside, but it does not respond on the upside. So if SPX goes up 1%, Tesla doesn't move much. If S&P goes down 1%, Tesla drops insignificantly. Like on these days, you can see. And the thing is, if we break this level, if CPI comes in higher than expected, and we are creating this lower high on a daily basis, on a trading basis, how we've been outlining this possibility that we can create a lower high on a trading basis on SPX, on HYG, on all of the credit and equity related stuff. If it surprises, Tesla breaks this area, and there's nothing for Tesla to do but to completely flush down to 2006, 2005. This is the last liquidity. It will skip through this area in a heartbeat, easy. And therefore, we've been able to go 1 week out, January 19th, and put on 215, 210 put spread. The funny thing with this put spread is it's 1 to 10 risk reward. It's beautiful. It's unbelievable. What we want to do is, first of all, the underlying conditions is beautiful. If we if we didn't have the CPI report this week, we believe the underlying conditions are so positive that SPX will just simply grind it higher. Google would grind higher. Nvidia would grind higher. The problem with the CPI and uncertainty that it holds within it, well, honestly, looking at the, I hear some people saying CPI will come in hotter than expected. There's a great chance that CPI comes in hotter than expected. Some people say it's just going to be a nothing burger. With this oil price, I have no idea how CPI can surprise meaningfully to the upside, but just come in line or a little bit higher, meaning once again nothingness. But if it does, and Tesla can flush easily. So on our longs, we shall see something like this. A higher low created within the probable range. We might see a retracement. We have to be prepared for this, obviously. On Google, I believe Google will hold its trend support. I believe Nvidia will already breaking into the all-time highs. It has to drop 15% just to break the trend support. That's unreasonable. I guess it's unreasonable to expect that. But always a tail. We have to assign tail probability to this. But Tesla should absolutely flush, and it's just a brilliant way to hedge your equity exposure right now. Is Tesla? We put what is it? 0.3% into these spreads, and with 1 to 10%, 1 to 10 risk reward. I mean. Just a great thing to do, just a great thing to be in, so we can sleep comfortably on Wednesday night, I believe. We shall see what the price action will be tomorrow before the close on Wednesday. Maybe we'll even add to this position if we don't like the how market will trade into the close, how market will trade before the CPI. Yeah, that's the idea right here. Still sitting on the Apple short, once again, adding to the Apple short. Yeah, generally this is all. Obviously, and we wanted to add to our AI shorts in order to balance the book. But right now, with having found this potentially explosive asymmetric opportunity in Tesla, we probably not going to touch the AI shorts at all. CrowdStrike, look at this monster. Just look at this monster. We stepped into the CrowdStrikes. Last week we've been making a point that it is time to step into longs, and we've been stepping into longs. We didn't accumulate the position that we wanted to, only 1/3 of the position, but just a good thing to see. It's just exploding higher. once again, you go through the names, find the best on the basis of the on a trend basis, on trade basis, and usually this is how it should be. Not much to say here. Not much. Yeah, DHI, Lanar. On a relative basis, incredibly resilient. Great theme behind it. We've been sitting in longs right here. We've been buying calls right here in that region, right here in that region. It has been beautiful. But right now, I don't see any asymmetry in this. I don't see a huge outperformance from these price levels. It's going to remain strong. It's going to remain resilient. But to make much money on it, I don't know. I honestly don't know. We keeping an eye on it, obviously. Retail SPX. Yeah, still thinking of putting on fiscal on, and still thinking of putting on these ones. I'm sorry, UTI. Gotta add to UTI right now. Yeah, UTI and the small cap value. The two of these on. But that's what we're gonna do after the CPI, depending on CPI anyway. Lily, another our biggest position is Lily right now, and Nvidia is the second biggest. This is what should be happening. Lily is a big cap, defensive, low volatility, low beta name, and when everything is ripping, especially with growth ripping, with tech ripping, this is what should be happening with Lily. Lily should be underperforming, and it is underperforming. Quite happy with this. Beautiful price action. Nothing to add right here. Sitting on Lily so far. Discuss the possibility of adding to CTJ and these names. UTI, yeah, add to UTI. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you very much for listening. Probably till tomorrow.